Namaskar, I am Kishor Gojiya. I am a group CIO in Geetanjali group, and welcome to all the audience for this podcast. This is a CIO to CIO podcast, wherein today we have Mr. Shuvankar ji, Deputy CIO, Manipal Hospital, and Senior Director is available with us, and we both are going to share our knowledge with all the viewers, and you will get a practical interactive information from this desk. Again, I'm welcoming my peers, and I would like to invite him to share a few insight about him and for the organization. Swangaji, please hand it over to you.
Namaskar, namaskar. Thank you, Mr. Kishore, for inviting me. And I hope this discussion will be very fruitful for both of us and along with our peers also, industry peers. Thank you.
So, audience, today's topic is very in trend nowadays. Digital transformation, specifically with the large organization, which is in large scale, which is very important for the organization to take the few of the decision, like how and what kind of scale we need to cover in during the project implementation, during the project planning, during the project execution, and post execution also. So we are blessed today. We both are coming from the background where we already had made some few examples in this industry, wherein as an healthcare service provider on such a big scale, we have accept and we have implemented, and somewhere around we get a success by implementing a digital technology. So wherein digital transformation is playing a vital role. So how and what kind of challenges which we have received and which we overcome, and which somewhere around we get the solution and we implemented and we get it benefited to our organization, that we are going to discuss. So I would like to discuss directly with this Wankarji related to a first part ki sir, defining a digital transformation, that is a very challenging area, especially while we have a large organization in front of us. We request and our peers will get more information if you'd like to share some practical challenges as well as some few new things which need to be taken care while we are defining our digital transformation for a big scale.
Sure. Thanks, Mr. Kishore. As you are also experienced on this particular, process also, in digital transformation starts first within the organizations, not for the customer or patients, right? Transformation start within the organizations, converting all the manual processes, optimize the processes, and selections of your applications, how much you are converting all these processes into digital manner. Even the basic interactions with peers, and how you are doing the file sharing, small things, the file sharings, and the ITSMs. These are all the part of digital transformations within the organizations. First, you have to start. We are generally start in that way. First, we make ourselves digital minded. Then we extend this digital experience to the our customers, because when we are serving for the customers, we are extending some services, and our core business depends on the service quality and service experience also. We have to be very care about, very cautious what are the things we have to take as a digital transformations for the customers, for the patients first, and where we should not compromise that service quality or experience quality over there. And gradually we move into the customer side, how they are interacting with the organizations, yeah, with the business first. What are the touch points that they are having with the organizations, make them more digital. But for a business, how they define a customer for the business, there may be a kind of mix customer based data, right? Some of the customers, yeah, some of the patients are very tech savvy, some of the patients are very poor, and they don't have this kind of access of this kind of technologies also, right? So we divide into two part. One, those who are the patients who can have this tech enabled patients, yeah, tech minded patients, and we straight away give them all those access. And where those patients who don't have that kind of accessibility, yeah, don't kind of advantage to take those advanced technologies, then we go to their territory. It's kind of like, if I take the examples, is a teleconsultation, a telemedicine kind of things. It's kind of, we are reaching to the customer's door basically. Yeah, home care services, we are reaching to the customer doors. And but for the like appointments, yeah, doctor's appointment, yeah, online payments, these are for those customers who are very tech savvy. So we divide into way. Gradually we built the clinical, excellence on digital platform for the doctors, and or the consultants, or paramedical staffs. We built the digital platform for them. So in this way we generally extend our digital experience for the organizations. I if you are agree on this,
Yes,
and
yes, yes, yes.
how you are taking, yeah.
Yes, Swangaji, absolutely agree with your point. Specifically, while we are planning a digital transformation for the organization, let's example, if I share my experience, we as a Geetanjali having a versatility in the business segment. Geetanjali Group is into mining also, in the steel plant also, in hospitality also, in education and in healthcare. So specifically, if we talk about the healthcare, are one of the unit having a 1400 bedded capacity, and the newly started unit in Jaipur having a 1200 bedded unit. So with this such a big scale, and per day the OPD volume is somewhere around 1000 or 1200, and IPD volume is somewhere around 500 plus. On that scale, while we are planning for defining a digital transformation, for us it is very important to keep the segmentation between patient, as you rightly shared your experience with the doctors. We have to segregate the segment of the users on the different scale, on the different area. Based on that we can define a digital transformation, because in initially, when we used to discuss with our promoters that okay, now we wanted to enable a EMR for our OPD patient, a complete paperless journey, their always question
Mhm.
is, out of this implementation, what kind of benefit we are going to deliver to our customer, be it say a doctor, our staff, or our patient. So, yes, of course, as you rightly said, we have to segregate, we have to define on the different parameter for our digital transformation. And in continuation, the same, the scaling across the multiple facility, that is also equally important for us, because while we plan any digital journey, if we'll keep the scale in the center, then and then only we can get the detailed idea about the appropriate technology selection, simultaneously a challenging part, and of course the important part is a success ratio of that technology. So I would
Yeah,
like to
correct.
also discuss with you two more important part, that once we define our digital technology, how we can segregate based on the scale level, and the important part is interoperability. So, as keeping our internal operation in the center, can you please give us a few more highlights to our, all the industry peers related to internal operational role in our transformation strategy?
So interoperability concept came very long when this healthcare industry grow in multiple channels basically, and being a Manipal kind of scaled hospitals where we have almost 45 odd units where all across the India, and different geography, and different scaled hospitals, and different volume patients level also. The interoperability is the always challenge. And another challenge is like when your organization is in participations of merger, in participation of acquisitions, then you will get a new platform of the patients also. So that is always challenge for such kind of organizations, where the organizations is growing a very faster level. If I take the examples in Bangalore, when the acquisition happened between Manipal and Columbia Asia hospitals. So now, before this merger, it was a two different platform, a patient platform itself. When this merger happened, for a patients in Bangalore, they will not segregate that it was earlier Columbia Asia Hospital and it was earlier, erstwhile Manipal hospitals, right? So for the patients, it is a Manipal hospitals for both the cases. So the experience level and the accessibility of their data should be very smoother. Otherwise, the will hit by brand value and hit by patient satisfaction level also in that case, right? So keeping those things in mind, we have to have prepare some sort of common platform where different patient database, yeah, patient data will merge, and they will represent a unified data structure level where you can access the patient's data, and patient can access those data smoothly all across the platform. So patient will not feel that they are accessing in different baseline platforms, but for IT it is different baseline platforms, right? So our thought process in that way. But on this context, if I ask you, like, you are in different industry altogether, as a single organization, maybe it's not only healthcare, it is limited. So is there any challenge when interoperability between two kind of domain itself, means it's a healthcare, yeah, other than healthcare domain, the exchange of data, and suppose an employee of a Geetanjali group, he's in different business altogether, maybe he's in mining business, and he wants to see their patients data from their HR platform, if I take the examples in such a way, right? So how you manage those things?
Yes, so that is very, very case sensitive case nowadays, specifically while your group have multiple legs in their arms in their routine process. So yes, of course, I'm going to respond on your question, but before that, I would like to share a few things which is very important, because as we are a university setup as well as hospital, so very few professor, those who associate with us, their role is only limited in my teaching area. But sometimes they
Okay.
require access of my patient for the educational purpose also. So defining their role, defining their access, defining the data accountability as well as their availability with them, that is very case sensitive and play a vital role while we are preparing a digital strategy. So while my any HR head who is working on a group level, or XYZ who is working on the mining level, and if he or she might be required some analysis on the salary upscale part, that industry to industry, of course it is vary, but if they want to understand that in one of the domain, what is the salary hike or a employee reaction which is going on the attrition part. So if they want to know, for us as a IT, as a group CIO, we have to prepare a appropriate access for them, wherein our one domain should not compromise their severity and their information with the other domain. But yes, of course, I have to enable a platform for them where they can understand the data. The very rightly you said that if we take an example of HR head, you want to look at that attrition ratio and why people are leaving the organization and what kind of effort team has put out to reduce that attrition. Such kind of analytic, of course, different business head is also would like to understand. So there, what we used to do, we used to share anonymous data. So we have enabled the one platform between my one domain to another domain, wherein analytical tools are playing a vital role. So they take the data from one unit, prepare the analytical part, keep it open for the other unit also to understand the only analytic without sharing the core information. Let's say example, if you are sharing a
Okay.
salary slab attrition ratio versus a new joinee parameter, we are not going to share our employee information, our exact amount with the other domain. But yes, the analytical is available for my other domain also. That what is going on in industry, as per industry, somewhere around 70% is equal for all the domains. So such kind of analytical platform we used to build on top of our internal system. So that we used to.
So yeah. Yeah, yeah. So why I raise this question, Mr. Kishore, actually nowadays on digitalization, so when we are on very fast path on digitalizations of this kind of processes and interoperability between two domain or two units or two organizations even. So in different level also nowadays this DPTP Act also came, and how uh, we have to adhere and all those governance part, that is the biggest challenge,
Yes, yes.
correct?
Yes, of course. That is the biggest challenge nowadays because DPDP Act is very thorough, impacting our all the technology which we have implemented previously. A decade before, whatever technology we used to implement, we always keep the safety part or a security part keeps in the center. But now the regulation part is also playing a
Mm,
vital role, that what kind of information should travel
yeah.
from here to there, one domain to another domain, one user to another user, because that is also important not only for customer, for for our
Mm,
staff
mm,
also, for our users also.
mm.
So that is very important key factor which we need to balance it between our innovation and stability. What happen while we think about any innovation always lead some dissatisfaction with the few of the corners. Because of that, if we innovate
Absolutely.
something and if we didn't provide them a stable platform, the user get dissatisfied, patient get dissatisfied, especially in healthcare domain. For us, patient satisfaction is very important. So somewhere around on a regular day-to-day life also we are facing the same. I would like to ask you that if you have any use cases where you as a decision maker has provided some kind of good innovative stuff wherein you can link the stability altogether in that decision, that will be help our industry peers while they are taking the decision.
I have a different kind of perspective on innovation versus implementations, correct? So innovation part I generally used to keep before taking any decisions, right? So when I am introducing any digital use case, when I am converting any process into digital manner, or any kind of we are extending some services on digital platform, right? If I take an examples, before taking these decisions, innovation has done already at in different level of the application development level. We are not IT industry, right? We are supporting the business in digital way, or in technology platform, on technology platform particularly. So innovation is done before we are implementing that innovations, right? So our role is more on to take a concrete decisions how this innovation will be fit for the business, yeah, fit for the use case, correct? So there will be multiple innovations for particular use case. There are multiple IT tech partner uh, of the organizations. They will be giving different solutions for a particular use case. So different solution of a particular use case means different innovations of that particular uh, issue statement,
Yes.
correct? So being a head of the department, yeah, strategic decision maker, I have to think that which innovation will be fit for our solutions as a solutions part. And there will be multiple aspects for the outcome also. Is it 100% covering your problem statement? Is it giving the 100% answer of that your solution, your problem, or how it will return in tangible or non-tangible way? In general, as you said, every business will ask that if you are introducing some sort of applications or innovations on the systems, what will be your ROI, right? It is, but obvious we have to answer in every projects. So ROI can be in a tangible way or non-tangible way also. Sometimes your patient satisfaction level you are increasing from, suppose, in a scale of 2 to in a scale of 8. Uh, that is a kind of your indirectly addition in the revenue systems,
True.
correct? Intangible way you are giving the ROI. So we have to make them understandable that this innovation will fit for this particular use case.
Yes, yes. So I absolutely agree. I would like to share a few more insight with our peers. In our one of the unit, we have tried AI in the MRI reporting also. So while we have run the pilot project, and we come to know that somewhere around after running on some handsome amount of sample size, we are not getting positive result. Somewhere around the tool is keeping the data with them, which is normal, but somewhere around the data is going to skip wherein my radiologist involvement is required. So a few study who are required radiologist involvement, that has been skipped by the AI and marked as a normal study. So that project has somewhere around teach us that whenever we are thinking about innovative stuff, it didn't assured and it didn't mean that innovation are going to 100% give us a benefit. So what we have did, we immediately stopped their study, we immediately stopped their pilot, and we shifted to the X-ray. And you won't believe the result is, out of that tool result we get a 99% accuracy on the X-ray reporting part. The technology which somewhere around we won't be able to confident enough to implement for MRI reporting, but some kind of AI technology who is given us a drastical tremendous result on the X-ray reporting. So while we think about innovative part, the stability, that is very important. So sometimes our few IT
Absolutely.
project didn't get the stable environment or a stable result. That's why we as a IT tech, we need to keep our eye always on the technology before selection and before implementing an innovative. As you rightly said, for you innovation and implementation both are having a different scale. One is going horizontally, other one is going vertically. So that is very important for us. And the best part, ROI. Trust me, when we had planned
Absolutely.
our strategy for our Jaipur unit, I proposed to management that from day one we want to go a paperless hospital. The challenge immediately I get from the team that boss, we are talking on the scale. We are not going to operate a 100 patient or a 200 patient a day. We are going to operate a 1000 patient or 800 patient or a 900 patient on a day for OPD. Are you still confident enough to implement a paperless, completely paperless journey for a patient? I said, yes. The reason behind that, the technology which we have chosen, that is very thoroughly tested, and we are very much confident enough on the stability part. And once we get the confidence on the stability part, then the chances of the success for this project are going high. And today, our complete OPD is paperless, starting from patient registration to their token, their reports, their drug order, their pharmacy delivery, their drug alert, complete everything on paperless. And since last 1 year, we are running successfully on that platform. So, innovation is always important, but stability is more important. That we have learned from our
Absolutely.
experience. So in that continuation, the one more important part which we need to discuss, and which our peers will get the information about our discussion, the leveraging of data decision, that operational data, clinical data, such kind of administrative multiple data is laid on our platform. So how
Correct.
we are planning, how we are taking caring about our data, as you rightly said in our previous discussion also regarding the DPDP Act. So I request you to please give some insight about the data decision.
So there are different, part of a single data. If I say is a patient data can have, market insights. Patient data can have your geography insights. Patient data can have your, clinical insights. Patient data can have your uh, business insights, prospect business insights, and patient data can have your financial insights. Patient's data can have your uh, purchase history insights,
Hmm.
right? So only if I say it's a patient data, so one patient data has different attributes. So single data can be present in different purpose. So if I take an example, different queries of a patient data, right? Uh, how many patients came from, as for examples, Karnataka state? Yeah, within periphery of 100 meters of a particular hospitals, right? This is simple query. How many patients have came for pregnancy test? So there is a prospect of business for pediatric department, right? And how many patients came for dialysis? So there is a prospect of business, recurring business over there. So these are the queries. So once you are dumping your data, quality data in some place, now there will be a different interface to nurturing all those data. There is a platform also, there are a lot of CRM platform available in particular Manipal. We are running Lead Square over there, and they are nurturing all those data on that platform. And there are even graphical presentation area, BI dashboards on different platform, Power BI and ClickSense also, for different stakeholders, for a business head there is a different dashboards, for a finance head there is a different dashboards. So same data, different outcomes. In that way we design. And first of all, obviously there is a roles responsibility, SODs are there on accessing all those data when we are extending those facility in different stakeholders. But the dumping of data should be in quality, otherwise it will be very difficult to get out some decisions out of those data. Every interface has their own decisions. Without decisions, there is no interface,
Hmm.
right? So just for a sake that to see how many patients came in IPD OPD, that's also make you some decisions what to do next. Basically then that data will tell you what to do next. Maybe we should extend our OPD area, or we should extend our OPD facility. We should increase our consultant on that particular specialty. Yeah, we should extend some sort of extended service for the particular specialty. So all those decisions will come out from that output. So when we are making such kind of interface, we are keeping in mind that these are the common 50 questions will be replied from that particular
Hmm.
dashboards.
Great, great, great. So I think yes, of course, as you rightly said, for a larger scale organization, data availability with the different flavor, that is very important. The person who is working in their area, they need a data in the different way. Marketing people need a data in different way. Clinical team need a data in different way. So that is very much important, and the technology who provide us a data analytical segregation of data, defining a data as per the user definition, that will help a large scale organization very well, for a decision maker to run a strategic environment to get these. strategy onboarded on the ground for a board meeting, for a boardroom presentation, or a for board member. Yes, data is very important, starting from their user to upscale up to the promoters or investor level also. So yes, of course, rightly it's
Yeah.
Swankarji is explain and share their input regarding the data and their part and their flavors also, how they are playing a role. So keeping the time, friends, in the mind, the last point which we would like to cover, that is the future priority, because in IT every day some new innovative stuff coming in our roadmap. For the IT guy, once they wake up, they always have some new technology in their phone, in their news, in their email, in their digital world. So what kind of future technology which is helpful for the large organization, which will be helpful, and as an CIO, what is our role, what kind of technology we require to select for the future? Such kind of a last question we'll cover in our CIO to CIO talk, and then we will wind up this session. So now next, going further, Swangaji, a question for you again regarding that future perspective and future priority, the how you will define that future priority by selecting a new technology.
Future runs into part. One is your car should run properly, whatever your business should run properly, and you have to ensure that all the technology in place and tech refresh should be done properly to run that your business. One part is that. So continuous monitoring of your technology part, even a kind of network switch, that firmware and that patch level should be upgraded properly in time. So this is very operational and very regular stuff for any head of IT, for any organizations, right? So your business should run. Business should not affect whatever you have implemented last 3 to 4 years. That should be in proper shape, right? So one aspect is this, and that technology how is upgrading in the market, particular that application itself, how it is upgrading. Suppose your common HIS, how it is upgrading in the market. Suppose you have implemented your HIS 4 years back, it was a kind of client server architecture. As for example, I am giving you. Now, the same HIS will be available on your mobile phone, right? So, how your technology will be upgraded in that level. One thought process is that. In parallel thought process is whatever your new business are coming, you have to see business insight from business eyes as a CIO, but from business eyes you have to see that whether if I implement this kind of technology, is it creating a new business channel for the organizations, correct? So as for examples, if you are saying that teleconsultation, a teleradiology services giving you a suppose x number of patients, and they will be added new in the systems, right? Or remote monitoring of any home care, right? If it is giving a new revenue stream. So we have to think in that way, that technology should be invested, the investment should be in that technology first. So this is the second part, and third part is your excellence of your clinical part. Whether any specialty, suppose if I take the gastroenterology department or ophthalmology department, whether they have their own new innovations in the market available, so that you can reduce the tat of waiting time of our patients and increase the efficiency of patient diagnosis part, a clinical part, right? So these are the three things generally I keep in mind when any technology introduced in the systems, any organizations. So this is my thought process.
Yes, yes, absolutely agree with you, and I also follow the same such kind of strategy for our organization, that for when we are thinking about the future perspective, the part which will the technology which will give us a new business. Yes, of course, because we are also responsible for business growth. Somewhere we are part of that team.
Yeah.
So in that case, the technology which help us to grow our business, which will impact immediately on our business growth, that will be the our future list.
Correct.
That checklist should have such kind of innovative idea which will immediately impact our business growth. And the most important, yes, of course, we are
Mm.
a healthcare service provider. We are dealing with the humans, we are dealing with their emotion. we are take caring and giving them a care. So the important part is also this, that why we have to keep, as I as a decision maker, I also keep in my mind that whatever future list I'll prepare, the top five list should be always impacting my patient care. My patient should be absolutely fine. They should be happy once they visit our organization. Once they are going from the hospital, their face should be smiling. They have a few smile and they have some good
Correct.
experience.
Absolutely
So
correct.
such kind of
Absolutely correct.
experience providing technology will be always on our top list, in our futuristic list. So yes, I'm again. Thank you so much, Shuvankarji, to be with me and to share
My
your
pleasure.
insight. I'll just have a only small request. I would like to get a one key insight, key takeaway from this discussion, and then we will end this session.
We should exchange, our innovations, our thought process within ourselves, within peers. This kind of platform obviously gives such kind of opportunity to share our experiences, and hopefully we'll get more, opportunity, such kind of opportunity to speak with our industry peers. One second things is, let's go for, digital India, and in healthcare industry also, that is the aspirations for us.
Yes, yes, absolutely agree. The same thing, as much as digitalization, which we can enable for our organization, that will help us to solve in better and better way. So again, I'm thank you for the share more insight and practical knowledge with us. And I always thank to DHN who provide us such kind of a beautiful platform where as a both we both are coming from the same background, both are
Absolutely.
coming from the IT tech guy, and provide us a platform where we can share our input and insight and experience, which will be helpful to our peers while they are taking any decision, while they are thinking in deadline, while they are planning any technology in their organization. If they get some kind of hit insight or information from our discussion, that will be a very, very, very informative and happiest moment for both of us. So again, I'm thank you so much all,
Absolutely.
and I ask
It's my
all
pleasure
the
always.
peers that please be trained and please be tuned with this particular podcast. We have a more coming soon. More and more CIO to CIO dialogues are coming in the future, and absolutely that will be a mesmerize with the knowledge platform. Again, thank you. I again thank you,
Thank
Suvankaji,
you.
for the same. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.